blessed Jesus, because I don't have the patience. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming. It's your girl Kyra once again, back with another video. Today we are actually going to be doing a Q&A. A Thick Loc Q&A. If you have not already, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below. You can also hit that little bell notification as well. That way you get notified whenever I do post. I'm excited about this video. So I'm not really gonna get into too much about, why I got my locks in general. I'll save that for another video. So right now, we're just gonna discuss the thickness, okay? Just the general thickness and the style of my locks. Let's just go ahead and get started. Number one, why? Why did I choose to have thick locks over more standard size or skinnier size? I primarily wanted my thick locks. I primarily wanted my locks thick just because I have super thick hair, crazy big hair. I will definitely insert a picture. Anybody got time for that? So now I knew me having locks was going to be a lot less of a struggle, of course, than having my loose, my natural hair out. So I decided, if I'm gonna have locks, let's make this a little bit easier on myself and not have 10 billion locks all over my head with them being super skinny. So
I decided to go big or go home.
Then also just because of the uniqueness of having thick locks. My locks now, they are all different sizes. Let me show you. I do have some that are a lot smaller. Like this is a little bit more smaller, on the smaller side, versus something like this one. They don't need to all be the same size. I feel like I'm seeing, a lot more people with thicker locks, and I love it, absolutely love it, but it's not as common. Now, don't get me wrong, there is absolutely nothing wrong with having small locks at all, but I wanted my girls to be, a little different, a little different. So, I just wanted them to kind of have their own look to them. Question number 2 is, how did I get my locks this thick? Or, were they always this thick? So the answer to that is no. When I had started, I told the lady that actually started my locks that I wanted them to be kind of, medium size. She did a fabulous job, with starting my locks, parts and all that. It was great. She started using natural things, black soap, all that good stuff. So she did great, but they kind of were a little bit on the smaller side for me. I think I had got them combined around I want to say the 4th month. Definitely a great decision. The only thing that I will say about combining your locks is that your parts, they're not the same, of course. They're not really uniform. They're just kind of all over the place. But for me, I really don't care. Okay. In the words of the great 2 Chainz, I don't give a finnuck. Some people are just very, when it comes to their parts, some people are willing to start over because of their parts. Let me just go ahead and show you my parts so you kind of have an idea of what I mean. But yeah, combining them, people ask me all the time. I say definitely go for it. If you're not happy with the sizes you have, combine them bad boys. I wish I kind of had a better idea of how long it took for them to combine. So in an effort to keep them together, I just put some rubber bands in them for a little bit. I do have a couple that are actually what do they call they're married, or the snake head. I don't know, I probably just made that up, honestly. Let me see if I can find one of them at least. I'm gonna find it. Not the one I was looking for, but you get the idea. Before I had combined, it's gonna sound a little weird, but if I remember correctly, I believe I had want to say it was like 111, but I could be wrong. It could have been like 101. I don't know. But after combining, I have exactly 50. Exactly 50. I don't need no whole bunch. I don't need a whole bunch, okay? Let's just start with the cons, I guess. It's not many, but yeah. Con number uno. Boy, when these babies get wet, somebody call Walgreens, tell them I need a neck brace. But for real, like, when these things get wet, y'all, it is so freaking heavy. For my hair to be only right here, only down here, like mid-back, like, it's already super heavy. So I can only imagine when it gets really, really long. Honestly, I may have to end up getting them trimmed. It's heavy as hell. But yeah, that is definitely a con. It doesn't bother me when my hair is dry at all, but it is what it is. This is something that doesn't really bother me too much, the drying length. Just because my hair is super thick, and it's kind of always taking a while for me to dry my hair. So yeah, they do take a little bit longer to dry, of course. If I have to, you know, have to knead it to be dry, I'll blow dry it. I don't blow dry my hair often, but whatever. I don't do my hair often, so it's not like blow drying it every once in a while is really gonna hurt it that much. Not any more than bleaching it. Sometimes, like when I have the rollers in my hair, I'll sleep with the rollers in. It's a horrible experience, but hey, it is what it is. So yeah, my hair just drying wise, you know, it doesn't take forever, but that, I guess that could be a con for some. Yeah. Another con, as you can see, well, if you did watch my first video when I did the lock styles, it was a little hard. It's a little hard because having thicker locks, they're strong. Like my locks are strong as hell. Like for real, like these things, they're strong. Your head tends, well, my head can tend to be like, my scalp can be a little tender just because like, so it's a little harder if you do like doing a whole bunch of styles. Luckily for me, I usually don't do much with my hair, to be honest. Like all them styles I'll do every once in a while, but usually my hair will just be flipped to the side or just down, just looking regular, looking plain. I don't do styles a lot. So if you do like to always, you know, change your hair up and do a lot of things with your hair, maybe thick locks aren't the best for you, but you can still do styles, don't get me wrong. It's just they're definitely not as easy. So do what you want to do with it, okay? You can make it happen if you really want it to happen. Now for the pros. Number one pro is when it's time to retwist, honey. Now, it takes me a long time to do my hair in general, just because I hate doing my hair. I hate getting my hair done. That's how I've always been. So I may take my time with my retwist, but y'all that got over 100 in y'all head, bless it. Blessed Jesus, because I don't have the patience. Not me. So I'm happy with my number of locks. So yeah, retwisting is a lot faster, I'm sure, than a regular. I mean, maybe if you're a professional, you can bust it out either way. It don't even matter. But for little old me that does my locks by myself, yeah, I'm okay with this number. Trust me. So it's definitely a pro. So another pro, absolutely a pro, just from like, you know, seeing people's lock stories, and just once you get locks, you appreciate locks much more in other people. Unless you already did before, whatever, I never really cared. But once I got them, I'm always looking at other people's locks, you know, always complimenting locks. Like, I love it. I love seeing them. Like, it sparks your interest in them, your attention to detail to them. What was I going with this? I don't know. Oh, so yeah, but just from seeing people that have locks that are thin, either your actual lock is thinning or at your root it's thinning. I appreciate the fact that I don't have to really worry about that at all. Like this, I'm definitely not worried about no thinning, trust me. Like if you have thinning with your locks, like this is no shots at you at all. You know, sometimes it could be like a lesson. Some people appreciate when their locks thin and they fall off. You know, take it how you want to take it. Hopefully you take it with positivity. But I know it can probably be a tough situation. I'm sure losing your lock is a tough situation. But you know, these locticians out here are doing a thing, so I'm sure somebody can fix it, honey. I'm sure somebody can fix it. So when you have thick locks, you don't really have to worry about that. Like you see all this root, like this is not going nowhere. These ain't going nowhere, honey. So yeah, that's absolutely a pro. Now with my hair being as thick it is, now with my hair being as thick it is, now with my hair being as thick as it is, girl, even before the locks, I've always been kind of heavy-handed with products. When I'm washing my hair, I may get to pump-a-lumping a little bit. I'll be pumping, all right? I gotta make sure I get all this, it's thick, make sure I get it all in there. I pretty much wash and retwist my hair like every 5 weeks. Sometimes more often, but it's usually for a reason. I don't really do it more often than that. And right now I have the Carol's Daughter. This is the first time I had ever bought Carol's Daughter anything. And let me tell you, Carol needs to talk to her mother because they need to lower them prices. It smells good, it's cool, but I probably should go back to like washing my hair with like black soap or something. I was kind of rushing when I picked up the Carol's Daughter. I'm usually very, not strict, but I like to know what I'm using on my hair and get organic things. But these last few times, I've kind of been just like, there's been a couple times where I'm just like, okay, let me try this. Like, this looks okay. Haven't done too much research. So I do need to go back to finding like an organic type of soap and one that's really, really good for locks. Now, that could be Carol's Daughter. I don't know, but I have not looked it up. So I will need to find out. I guess I can show you guys my real big one. I have one lock that's just super thick and luscious and plump. Is it this one? Yeah, it's definitely this one. This one. This is my thickest lock. Okay, look at how thick it is. Hold on. My thickest lock. This bad boy, when I tell you, Big Bertha's strong. Now that's not really her name, but it might as well be. This thing is strong, like real thick. Look at this. Look at this. I absolutely would not change the size of my locks. If you're thinking about doing thick locks, girl, go for it. Go for it. So serious. It's great. They're great. That is it. Excuse me if my hair is looking a little crazy. I don't have no mirror right now. If you guys have not already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope if you are thinking about getting thick locks or you have thick locks, you know, already, maybe I answered some questions for you. If you have more questions, go ahead and drop them down below. I may even make a part 2 to this.